Good morning. A different good morning for everybody. Welcome into the two-man show here on V891 The Roar. I'm your host, Dominic Richetti, alongside my co-host, Nick Caruso. Nick, how are you on this Wednesday? Still technically morning.
Wednesday morning.
Different time. We've always been late afternoon.
I know. I'm doing quite good. Thank you, Dom. It is definitely
it's a switch up.
A shift, though.
It's a switch up for sure.
Morning. I mean, we're kind of sitting on the fence here, morning, afternoon. We got a nice lunch special for everyone in our final season.
This is final season. This is season 3 premiere. It's a good premiere. It's our final season. It's a sad one. It's like when Kobe did that farewell tour, except we're radio people. But yeah, welcome in. We have a great episode today. We're going to start with just a lot of updates. Really, it's been more than a month. It's been about almost 6 weeks, since our last episode was December 12th. Yeah. So it was right before midterms, and it's now January 29th. We had some, delays to start the year, have to adjust a new semester always, so we're happy to go live right now. This will be the new time, 11:30s. We would have went at like 11:31, but a Prince song played that was like 5.5 minutes long. I mean, this is what happens when doves cry, I guess.
For a while.
Let's get right into things, because we have a lot to talk about. Nick has class at, 12:50? We'll get you out of here?
Yes.
We'll get you out of here at 12:40. Great episode. Let's firstly talk about movies we've watched since last episode. I have logged 14 movies since December 12th.
Dom has been grinding in 6 weeks.
I went
14
movies.
That's pretty impressive. I definitely watched my fair share of movies. I've watched 7 since our last episode. So over one a week. Felt pretty good. But Dom definitely blew me out of the water. But we also watched some of the same movies.
We did.
At least one, I know.
At least one. Only one, I think.
Oh, wait, and I'm just looking at your list here. You rewatched Oppenheimer? I didn't even catch that.
I did rewatch Oppenheimer like day 2 after I got back from break. I had a good December 21st, if you can look. So let's start. I'll start with talking about the stuff I watched. So I watched 14 movies over the break. I watched 6 movies that came out in 2024. I'm trying to prep for Oscar season, which we'll get to later. Talk about just really the main 5 categories for the nominations. We'll talk about in a little bit. But I always try to, not always, but for the past couple of years, I've been trying to watch a good majority of the most nominees. So I'll start. First movie I watched back on December 16th was Heretic. That came out this year. That's Hugh Grant. Plays sort of a creepy man, and 2 Mormon missionaries go up and talk to him, and they go into his house, and it's a whole thing. Really, really good. That's A24. We watched Oppenheimer. Came out last year. Won Best Picture last year. Did it win Best Picture last year? Yeah. Won Best Picture last year.
2 years ago.
No, that's last year.
Last Oscars.
Last Oscars. Yeah. I watched Conclave, which came out this year. That's the movie about the election of a new pope with Ralph Fiennes. Stanley Tucci's in it. Lithgow's in it. Really good. I liked it a lot.
Do you like that or Heretic better?
That's a good question. I have Conclave a little bit higher.
Okay.
Heretic was good, but Conclave, what I liked about Conclave, really, it's all set in Vatican City and in the Sistine Chapel. It's really cool. That's awesome. I didn't realize that they vote for the new pope in the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah, and they don't leave it.
No, they don't leave it. Like I didn't realize that's how. Like I thought, we go into like a conference room or something. No, it's like we're in Michelangelo's right there.
The Creation's right above you.
Yeah. It's like whoa. All right, word. I rewatched The Holdovers 2 days before Christmas.
Yeah,
shout out.
Good one.
Had to watch it. Okay, this was fun. So let me preface this by, for Christmas, my sister got me a lovely gift. She got me a subscription to the A24. Like I don't know, you know how they always have like subscriptions for whatever. I get a bunch of stuff, but one of the things I get is I get to watch every A24 movie in the movie theater during opening weekend for free. Shout out. So the first one that happened to come out was Baby Girl.
Yeah.
Which, if anybody,
I haven't seen this.
Anything about Baby Girl, I put this on Letterboxd, but I went to see this. I think it was a Tuesday at like 11:30 in the morning. There was 4 other people in the theater. It was to my left. I was right in the middle because I always pick like center. To my left was 2 probably 13-year-old girls, and to my right was like 2 adult women, probably in like their mid 30s or 40s, and me. And it's a movie about Nicole Kidman, who plays this powerful CEO, and she has this sort of affair with a young intern played by Harris Dickinson. It's a very like ooh la la movie, and I was smack dab in the middle of all that.
Yeah,
so
that's a fun row to be in.
We all enjoyed the movie. I mean, I liked the movie. I thought it was very good.
That's good.
It was fun. It was a fun watch, but I can't get the George Michael song "Father Figure" out of my mind for the past month. You know that song? I will be your yeah. I can't get that out of my head, and that's all I've been thinking about. But I saw that. I thought it was A24 is always like they're always fun movies.
Yeah,
it's definitely a movie not for me, but I kind of enjoyed it. And I do have it second to last on my list of 2024 though. Right. The only one right after is Ricky Stenicki. All right, after that, I watched Eyes Wide Shut for the first time.
Ooh, how'd you like that?
I liked it.
Eyes Wide Shut.
I was on a Nicole Kidman run, low-key.
Yeah, you were.
I didn't realize I did that. I was definitely like subconsciously too.
Back to back too.
Back to back.
That's awesome.
Eyes Wide Shut, Baby Girl.
I forget if I've told our audience my story of when I've watched Eyes
Wide
Shut.
Tell it. I know it.
I feel like I might have mentioned it. If not, I've seen Eyes Wide Shut once in my life. I think I was a sophomore in college. And I was flying to Texas to visit my friend Chris. Shout out Chris. And I got the middle seat, and I was like, what movie do I want to watch? Because I was in a big movie kick. And actually, I think I had just watched A Clockwork Orange.
So you were in a Kubrick.
So I was like, okay, I'll check out some I'll check out another Kubrick movie. And I watched Eyes Wide Shut in the middle seat on an airplane for like 3.5 hours with two men sitting next to me. It was like a roll full of dudes watching Eyes Wide Shut, which is like not what you want to be watching.
There's a lot of rated R stuff in Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, a lot of no clothes.
You don't want to get caught watching that. That's just basically
no, getting like dirty looks from the people sitting next to me. They're like, "What are you?" It's like
what's this guy watching?
8 p.m. flight to Texas.
But honestly, a little like bad on your part, but airlines, you're putting Eyes Wide Shut on an airplane.
No.
Oh, you watch on your computer?
On my phone in the middle.
Oh.
I had no idea.
Never mind, it's 100% on you.
Yeah, it was on HBO Max. Downloaded that, and it wasn't the right decision.
This'll be good.
I kept going to. I think I had like another movie downloaded. I just didn't switch. I was like, "There's no way this gets weirder."
No,
it just kept getting weirder.
That's hilarious. I thought it was good. I watched The Gentleman. That was just like it was on Netflix. Then started the new year. A Complete Unknown.
Yeah,
which you saw too.
I've seen this.
What did you think about A Complete Unknown?
I liked it a lot, actually. I really enjoyed A Complete Unknown. I didn't know it was like obviously like a couple days before I watched it, I did like a little bit more research to see exactly what I was seeing. But I did not expect this to be like a 4-year time period that the movie covered.
Bob Dylan Goes Electric. Dylan Goes Electric.
Than that. But yeah, it was really cool. Saw it with Cole, who's been on the show before.
Yeah.
Cole did not love this movie, and honestly had a pretty valid complaint about it. There's not much action. Or there's not much conflict driving the plot.
It's really just Bob Dylan. I don't want to play folk music.
Yeah, like it's kind of building up into that the whole time, but like for the first hour, there's really no conflict.
That's what happens in a lot of biopics. I feel like though that,
especially who's like young successful people, they don't really face much conflict. They just kind of get there.
Especially Bob Dylan's like, can I come perform? It's like, like the start of the movie is Bob Dylan wanders into a hospital. Not wanders, but to see like a legendary folk musician like. And then, like, his career takes off from there. He's like, oh, word?
It's not even like the legendary rock star didn't let the random visit him in the hospital. Like, that would have made some conflict. Like, I got to prove myself to my hero. No, he was let into the hospital and, like, performed for his hero. And his hero's like, let's get this guy playing. Like, you're the next big thing. It's like the first thing he heard. It's like, okay.
Played one song. I wrote this for you. His voice, like, I know that's how Bob Dylan, like, talks and sings, but, like, it was so funny to me. It's like, I don't want to play folk music.
I know.
All right, Bob.
I enjoyed it, though. I also like Bob Dylan's music a lot. So
I thought it was good. I thought Ed Norton was good in it, too.
He was great, yeah.
The guy who played Johnny Cash I thought was good.
Yeah, he was a funny character.
He's a little goofy in it.
I liked Johnny Cash's presence in the movie, though, a lot.
Yeah.
He had, like, no idea what was going on at any time. He was always, like, drunk off his mind. And then would just, like, rile up the crowd. Those are his two roles.
Like a guitar thing.
Like crashing his car in a DUI, and then next scene you see him in, he's like, "Let's get these people moving." That was it.
Oh, that was funny. That was good. And then we'll get to later, but Chalamet got nominated for Best Actor for that movie.
Yeah, and that movie did really well. How many nominations did it get? Like 6 or 7.
A good amount, I feel like. I have it. I got 8.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's fourth most this year. We'll get to that. Stop spoiling.
Oh, my bad.
Another movie I watched the day after, Dee, which came out.
I want to see.
That was good. I like that. Have you seen Mid-90s?
No.
Okay, well they're the same movie.
Similar. Yeah.
It's the exact same movie. Napoleon Dynamite I rewatched.
It's
awesome.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, always good.
I watched An American Crime, which I don't want to get into.
Wasn't good.
It's all right. It's like the sad. It's like the most like depressing movie. Not depressing. It's like It's basically about a terrible. This girl's kept in a basement and is abused and stuff, and it's like you thought it would have a good ending. Nope.
No. Oh yeah, I'm just looking.
Imitation of Life. I watched for part of my class. We'll get to what we're watching. We both have classes that involve watching movies this semester, which we'll talk about in a couple minutes. I watched that in class. That's from like Imitation of Life. I think it's from like 1958, and then on the same day, I went to the movies and watched You Can't Take It With You, which came out in 1938. So
old time.
I'm a film buff. Yeah. I'm more like the classics.
Dusted off the VHS tapes.
Pre-1960 for me, thank you. And then lastly, I watched Nosferatu last night, which was...
It's good. It's good.
Something. All right, what'd you watch?
Okay, so I watched 7 movies. 2 of them I think I've mentioned. No, yes. Maybe just 1. I started off with Memento, actually, which is one of my favorites. It's one of my dad's favorite movies too. But like, I've talked to this movie about, or I've talked to my dad about this movie before, and he always calls it one of his favorites, but he has not seen it since it came out. He watched it in theaters in like 2000, and like knows that it has like a really trippy plot and like crazy sequences, and you know, it's like a movie told backwards.
Sure.
But he kind of forgot exactly what happened, so we watched it. His second time ever watching it over Christmas break, and he loved it. And like, honestly, I'm surprised that it was one of his favorite movies because he forgot a lot about what makes it so good. But that was super fun to watch.
Like, low-key Sam, I gotta rewatch.
This is my 3rd time rewatching it, and I caught something actually that I have not caught in previous watches. So that was fun.
That's always fun.
Shout out Sammy Jenkins. That storyline, incredible. I really like that. And then I saw The Brutalist.
I forgot to mention that. I watched that too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because we talked about A Complete Unknown.
Let's talk about Brutalist.
But yeah, let's talk about Brutalist.
this could.
I had a crazy actually theater experience for The Brutalist. I was able to see The Brutalist before it came out. I saw it early when it was just screening in a couple theaters in LA, and I saw it in New York.
Yeah.
And I saw it in like a theater in Manhattan on like a Friday night, 2 friends over Christmas break, and this movie's like 3.5 hours long with a half an hour intermission, which is crazy.
Super long.
We get to the theater, it's pretty packed, which we were kind of expecting because it's just not really out anywhere yet. Yeah. And then this person like is introducing the movie like to the theater in the start of it. And this has happened before to us in London.
Yeah, I was about to say
it was Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, I remember that.
The British Film Institute, like director of the cinema or whatever, like came out and introduced it. So that's what I thought was happening. Neat. That's what my friends thought were happening. And that like the guy is like pretty awkward up there. It's clear he doesn't really like talking in front of people.
Yeah.
And then like his wife's up there too. Same deal. Both pretty awkward. And then at one point in their speech they mentioned like, yeah, we're just really proud of this movie we made. And we all turn to each other and we're like, what did you just say? Because we're like, this is like some like, you know, like backroom attendant at a movie theater who's like scared to talk to people. No, it was the directors of the movie. They introduced the movie to us. They were just like stopped by. They didn't even stay for it or anything. They just were like they're both from New York, so they were in New York, and they just came to one of the screenings and introduced the movie to us, gave a speech, and it was awesome. We got to hear from Brady Corbet and his wife who made the movie together. Yeah. They wrote it, produced it, directed it. They're like super involved. It was super cool. And then I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was awesome. Shout out, where is it? Where's it take place? It's like
Philly.
No, yeah.
Oh, Doylestown.
Yeah. Shout out to Doylestown.
All of it. There's not much of it in Philly. Yeah.
No,
it's mostly all in Doylestown.
Yeah, with a little bit in New York, if anything.
Yeah, a little bit in New York, which is funny. Like not funny, but like the whole thing I remember from Brutalist is like you just keep seeing the Statue of Liberty, which is a lot of it, and which I get an immigration story, but like
but I thought it was going to be like set in New York.
So did I.
At least like half of it.
Yeah,
I did not know it was going to Doylestown at all. I thought Guy Pearce was fantastic.
Yeah, I think. we'll talk about, but I think he might win.
I hope he wins Best Supporting. I thought that Brody was great. I really liked the plot too, and honestly did not feel that long for especially a 3.5, like a 4-hour movie basically, because you're there for 4 hours.
Yeah,
but
I liked the intermission.
I liked it too.
I went, used the bathroom, got a drink.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
I mean, I thought like
it was great.
A movie over 3 hours, like I'll take an intermission.
I'll take it too. Honestly, it made me think back to like Killers of the Flower Moon, and I think I would have enjoyed that better
if there was an intermission.
Yeah. Because I remember being like in that last like 45 minutes sitting there, be like, I've sat here for like 3 hours.
Yeah, it was long.
At this point.
I would agree. I thought it was very good. I definitely I think you were the same way. I like the first half better than there's really 2 parts.
Yeah,
I mean, it literally says part 1, blah blah blah.
And there's a time skip.
There's a time skip. Yeah. I liked the first part better.
I did too.
I thought it didn't feel like 3.5 hours, 3:45, whatever it is. It was intriguing. You never knew like what was going to happen. I thought the like wardrobe and the costume design and everything, everybody was dressed real nice for the period. I thought it was really good. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I have it second in in my 2024 movies right now, behind Dune Part 2. So
I do as well.
I mean, big actually. 2. But yeah, Brutalist was great. We'll talk more about it when we get to Oscar nominations, but you keep going about your list.
Yeah, Brutalist was fantastic, though. And it's getting a ton of buzz.
Which it should, yeah.
Yeah, it should. Next, I saw A Beautiful Mind, which I've never seen before. And I enjoyed this. This was really good. Like a crazy, like, game theory econ PhD student who, like is revealed to have schizophrenia.
What's his name? John Nash?
Yeah, John Nash. Like, Nash's equilibrium is like a huge thing, which is like cool, honestly, to see like stuff that you learn in the classroom on the screen. I thought it was a little bit slow. This one Best Picture, which was a little bit surprising. There's a couple. There's like a series of like 5 years in the 90s where there's like some like, oh really, like movies that won Best Picture, like not bad movies at all, just like not ones that you'd expect for Best Picture. But I enjoyed that. Then I saw A Complete Unknown, which is I also really enjoyed. We've already talked about that. That's third on my 2024 list behind Dune Part 2 and then The Brutalist. Thought that was awesome. And then I saw Blades of Glory, which I haven't seen in forever, actually.
Great.
But yeah, still great. Super funny. It's fantastic. And like, I totally knew that it was the actor who played, what's his name?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. But like, for some reason, just like don't make the connection until I'm like seeing them on the screen. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, that's Napoleon Dynamite. He plays that role. I mean, it's the same person in both movies.
Yeah,
he's just some idiot.
Like, which
with no social
sneak
skills.
Peek into idiots.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. We have a good bracket. It
bracket.
Focuses on some movie idiots.
But that's hilarious. I forgot like how well that story's written too.
It's really funny.
It's like it's really
brother
funny.
And sister.
They build up like the whole. Do you know that they're married
in real life?
They were married for like 15 years, and they're married when that movie was made.
That's funny.
And they're Poehler and
what's his name? Job.
Yeah, from Arrested Development.
What's his name? I can't think of it.
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett.
BoJack Horseman.
That's BoJack Horseman.
But yeah, they're married during that, which is so funny. They build up like this crazy like competitive scene around like the sport of ice skating. It's awesome. Then I saw Fantastic Mr. Fox, which was great. One of my all-time favorites. That was good. And I actually decided, me and my family figured out that's collectively our favorite movie.
As a family?
Like everybody loves that family, like that movie. That and Silence of the Lambs are our two movies that everybody enjoys watching. And with every other movie, there's at least one person who has to be a thorn in everybody's side. And then finally, I watched Psycho recently. This is the only movie I've actually watched since being back on campus, and it's for my film analysis class.
Yeah, which
you want to just get right
great transition. So
we both classes on movies this semester.
We do. I have contemporary cinema, and you have film analysis.
Yes.
I'll just read off the movies I'll be watching this semester for my contemporary cinema class, and we'll talk about them during the week. So I watched Imitation of Life already. That's from 1959. I'm watching White Chicks today in class.
That's awesome.
Which is funny. Zootopia, which I've never seen. Inside Out 2, which just came out, I've never seen. Elvis from 2022. Respect from 2021. I don't know that one. Get Out from 2017. The Hunger Games from 2012. Dune, the original or 2021 version. And then Candyman from 2021, which I have never heard of. And then Just Mercy from 2019, which I low-key read, I think. But I'm excited. The movie I'm most excited to watch, low-key, I think the Elvis movie. I've never seen it. Yeah. I like Baz Luhrmann. I liked Gatsby. So we'll see. I'm excited to watch Elvis. I know that's really long, so we'll see if the amount of time that I invest in it is worth it. But I'm excited. How's film analysis? How's the first couple weeks of film analysis?
So film analysis is going to be a great course. I'm super excited for this. It's like a bunch of like classic movies that are great to talk about in like a analysis type course that's pretty big, honestly. There's like 30 kids in that class, which is fun. But I have seen all but one of the movies that we will be watching this semester, which is a little bit disappointing, but it's fine because these are still some of my favorite movies and they're good ones to talk about. So I've already watched Psycho. We're going to watch The Graduate, which I've seen. We're going to watch Groundhog Day for next week, which I haven't seen in a while, actually, but I love Groundhog Day. And then we're going to watch Big Fish, which is the only movie I haven't seen, so that's definitely the one I'm most excited for. Tim Burton, so that's cool. It's one of my professor's favorite movies, too. So that should be fun. After that, we have There Will Be Blood, which I've watched before and didn't love. So I'm kind of excited to give that another chance, too, because that's obviously like one of the highest acclaimed movies like ever, especially of the last 20 years. So give it another shot. Excited for that. Then we got Moonlight, which I've seen. It's amazing. Excited to watch that again. And then finally Get Out, which I've seen a million times. But I'll watch a million more.
Get Out is just so good.
Get Out, yeah. I think Get Out might be like the most like rewatchable movie for me. Like it's just
probably one of the best, if not the best movie of the past 10 years.
Yeah,
it's up there.
Definitely.
Exciting stuff. We're both excited for both of our classes.
That should be a lot of fun.
All right, let's talk about 2024 is obviously over. We'll talk about Oscar noms in a couple minutes, but final list for 2024. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
I have 19 movies watched this year. My top movie is still Dune Part 2.
That's mine as well. My list has 10 movies right now, but I believe there's probably some that slipped through the cracks. I have to update my Letterboxd. But right now I have 10. And Dune's definitely still my favorite. That hasn't changed since I watched it. Mm-hmm. I mentioned I have Brutalist and Complete Unknown rounding out my top 3. My top 5, I have the Saturday Night movie at 4, and then Deadpool Wolverine at 5.
That's a good top 5. I have a Complete Unknown at 14.
Whoa, that's low.
I know. But in my top 5, I have Dune, The Brutalist at 2, Deadpool Wolverine at 3.
Okay.
Challengers at 4.
I gotta see that.
That's really good. Mm-hmm. No nominations for Challengers, by the way.
Yeah,
which
saw
is
that. That's
shocking.
Crazy.
And then I have the Saturday Night movie at 5. I really enjoyed Saturday Night Live.
Me too.
6 through 10. You want to hit them?
Yeah. Next up, I have Anora, which a lot of people are.
I still haven't seen.
Yeah, I think that you should watch that.
I gotta watch that. I'll watch that before Oscars.
Baker's movies.
Yeah.
Then I have The Apprentice at 7, which I enjoyed too. That and Anora for me are like enjoyable movies that aren't quite like the best movies that I've seen.
Both in New York, right? In New York?
Yes, both in New York.
I completely know every movie's in New York, dude.
Yeah. After that, I got
Saturday Night Live. Every movie's in New York.
The Brutalist, Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
Speaking of Statue of Liberty,
Dune might stop there.
Civil War is 8th place for me.
Okay.
And then my last 2 are Bob Marley, One Love, which is just a fun movie. And then Kung Fu Panda 4, which sucks. I hated it. So I really actually didn't enjoy Kung Fu Panda 4. And that's the only movie I saw this year that really left a sour taste in my mouth.
My 6 through 10, I have Kneecap at 6. That's that movie about the Irish rap group. I thought it was really good. We saw it at BMFI. Shout out. DD at 7. The Apprentice I have at 8. I have Sing Sing at 9. Sing Sing's really good.
Yeah, I remember when you watched that.
Yeah, that's really good. That's nominated, I believe, maybe not for Best Picture, but Coleman Domingo got nominated for Best Actor for sure. Nice. He could win that. I got Wicked at 10. You gotta watch Wicked.
Yeah, I gotta watch Wicked.
And I'll go through my 11 through 19 just real quick. Conclave at 11, which I talked about. Nosferatu, which I watched last night, at 12. Nosferatu's odd. Heretic at 13. Complete Unknown 14. Civil War 15. The Substance at 16.
Ooh, yeah. That's getting a lot of buzz. That's just
that is
people like talking about that movie.
Yeah, that is one of the oddest things I've ever seen. Twisters at 17.
Oh, shout out.
Baby Girl at 18, and then Ricky Stenicki at 19.
You gotta check out Kung Fu Panda 4. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I wish I did. I don't know what it's for. I mean, I haven't seen Kung Fu Panda 4, but Stenicki and Kung Fu Panda 4 are next.
My biggest gripe with Kung Fu Panda 4 is that they give Poe that unstoppable power with like the. With like his like magic chi, and then he just doesn't use it because it would be too overpowered. So like they can't make a movie because like, it's like they give him like it's like in Harry Potter how they have to justify the fact that they can't use like the killing curse over and over again. They have to do that in this, but it's stupid and they don't do a good job. I don't like it.
It's silly. All right, let's keep this moving just because we have a lot to talk about today. Movie news and updates. The biggest update or movie news that happened over the past month is. We finally learned about Christopher Nolan's next movie. It's going to be an adaptation of The Odyssey, the story from Homer, which is described as a mythic action epic that follows the tale of Odysseus and his 10-year journey home after the Trojan War. So currently starring in it, Tom Holland, Zendaya, Anne Hathaway, Matt Damon, Lupita Nyong'o, Robert Pattinson, and Jon Bernthal. Tom Holland's going to be the lead. But I don't think is he Odysseus? Or is he going to be Odysseus' son?
Odysseus' son.
I think Damon's going to be Odysseus.
But I don't think that's been announced yet. But that's just what has to kind of happen.
Yeah,
the cast.
This sounds like this is going to be like 3 hours.
Yeah,
long.
I mean, there's no like Odysseus Odyssey movie, which is crazy because it's like one of the most famous stories.
It's probably really hard to adapt.
Yeah,
and I mean it's
like Cyclops and all sorts of crazy.
Jon Bernthal is probably gonna be the Cyclops, I'm guessing, or Pattinson. Which
I'd love to see Pattinson as a Cyclops. Pattinson's probably gonna have to play that like other dude, like the one that keeps trying to like take Odysseus' wife away from him.
I've never read the Odyssey.
I've read the Odyssey.
You have?
Yeah, or like
You're a big Homer guy.
Yeah.
Wait, I love when you going on IMDb and it's like written by and it's like Christopher Nolan and then Homer.
Yeah, the 2 credits.
It's like, oh, word.
You just see this like born in like 300 or something.
Yeah, it's like, there's no picture, just a statue of him. It's like there's no picture of him. It's a statue. Yeah,
or it's a bust. Yeah. Marvel.
All right, Robert Eggers, who did Nosferatu, he did The Witch, The Lighthouse. He's going to direct a new Labyrinth movie. It'll be a sequel to the David Bowie Labyrinth. Put this on there for Mike Blake, who loves Labyrinth. But the first Labyrinth is a musical, and it's like rated G. So I don't know. Robert Eggers, who's like known for making like these scary rated R creepy movies, is going to do a sequel to a rated, I think it's rated G, it's rated PG.
There's no way he does like a PG movie.
I don't know what he's doing.
About the Labyrinth too.
Yeah.
I feel like if anything, that'd just be super. Like you'd make it like really rated R, like super violent.
I don't know. We'll see.
Like a crazy realistic, like scary Minotaur.
Minotaur.
Terrifying.
The Batman 2 has been delayed
again
an entire year to October 1st, 2027.
Honestly, you don't see
that
often.
24.
Yeah. You really don't see a movie get delayed a whole calendar year in one go.
Especially, it's been delayed. It was supposed to come out this year. It was originally supposed to come out 2025. It's
like,
delayed
I feel like it happens a lot where it is delayed a year, but they'll never tell you it's delayed a year. They'll be like, 4 more months, don't worry. And then it happens 2 more times, and then eventually it's a year. But rarely do you ever see like a director and studio come out and say like, yeah, just
we're going to push that whole thing back a year. And
give us 18 more months.
It's like, all right.
What? Okay.
James Gunn says the reason is that there isn't a full script yet.
Well,
what?
Yeah,
I would assume, right?
That'd be a great reason.
But even no script yet, you have a script by the end of this year. It could take you another year and a half.
I'm shocked, but I mean, the first Batman came out in March of 2021.
No, I think it's 2022.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is. It's our freshman year of college, but
3 years.
3 years, and you don't even have a script done. I feel like you have to write the second one.
And like Matt Reeves, what are you doing? It's not like you're coming out with other movies.
No.
This is your thing, dude. What are you doing?
This is claim to fame.
This is claim to fame. That's the only reason I know you, dude. 2022 is the first one came out.
Yeah, I feel like even when the first one's released in theaters, you have to have some of the second one written, right?
I guess.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Blade Runner 2099. So another Blade Runner.
Whoa.
Coming out.
It's finished filming.
Finished filming, starring Hunter Schafer from Euphoria, Michelle Yeoh. That's wrapped filming. That's coming soon to Amazon Prime. I'm trying to see if I can find the release date on here. I can't. I got nothing about it. Okay, that's cool. Armie Hammer is attempting to make an acting comeback after that whole thing about him being a cannibal came out, with the lead role in Uwe Boll's new film, The Dark Knight. What? The film follows a vigilante who hunts down criminals. That's been done.
This has been done.
It's not a Batman movie though, but they're just copying the plot. I don't get it. I don't get what's going on.
I just looked at Blade Runner. The new one's coming out. It's a TV series.
Oh, is it?
It's a mini series.
Is it animated?
I don't think so.
Might be animated, but I'm excited. I like the Blade Runner, so I put that on here. Yeah, I don't know why we're doing another Dark Knight. That's not the Batman. That seems like a flop, especially with Armie Hammer. Like,
how is that?
Is that legal?
How I don't really know. It's the same name, and then it's just like a vague description that sounds the same.
I don't get it. I don't know it. I don't understand. Tom Holland and Zendaya got engaged.
Congrats.
I saw Nick fall to his knees in Walmart. I mean, it was shout out to them. They're going to be in the new Christopher Nolan Together, which is just like, all right, you're winning at life.
Yeah. Like Spider-Man and
you're Spider-Man. You're probably gonna get an Oscar nomination for the Nolan movie. Probably gonna be like a top 10 movie of all time. Like,
yeah, and like they get to act together as Spider-Man and Mary Jane, and then also just do Christopher Nolan's Odyssey. That's
it's annoying. Some people are just poor.
They live good lives. Yeah,
it's good people. David Lynch died at age 78 on January 16th. So the bracket today will be dedicated to David Lynch, even though he'd probably hate it. David Lynch did Blue Velvet. He did Dune, the original 1984 version. And the TV show Twin Peaks. I haven't seen any of this.
Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland Drive. Which I have seen that.
Yeah, we have both.
Yeah, Mulholland Drive is what? Mm-hmm. Leo News. You want to read the Leo News?
Yeah. Leo's going to star in The Devil in the White City movie with Martin Scorsese set to direct for 20th Century Fox. The story follows a serial killer who's murdered dozens of people while the city of Chicago was busy with hosting the world's Columbian Exposition of 1893. Whoa.
So it looks like Leo's going to play a bad guy again.
Sounds like it's a true story. Maybe not.
I don't know.
But interesting. Marty's still directing movies. It's crazy.
He'll never stop.
Yeah, he's gonna die on set, unfortunately. Yeah. A little grim.
I hope not.
Hope not. Not this set, obviously. I just mean in
in a set.
He's never gonna stop directing movies. This is my point, but that was morbid.
But how old is Marty? Like 80? He 80?
I think he's like older. I think he's
older than 80.
Yeah, I thought so.
His kid's like
82.
25 though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
De Niro's even worse. De Niro's like 88. It's
just had a kid.
It's like a 2-year-old.
Let's get into that. Charlie XCX will star in The Moment, a movie based on her original idea for A24.
Whoa.
Charlie XCX.
Her own original idea.
Nick, do you miss Brat Summer?
Yeah, I miss it every day.
Can you do the apple dance? You can do how many steps of it? Be honest. You can do a little bit of the apple dance.
Oh, I know all the words. Can't
lie.
Do
you?
Yeah.
I mean, it was. I'll tell you what. I wasn't
infectious.
I didn't have a Brat Summer, but I basically did with how much it was on my TikTok. Paramount. Well, this is funny. Paramount will no longer be releasing with a weekly box office numbers for Better Man, the movie about Robbie Williams as a CGI monkey. The film made $1.9 million in the United States. This is the first probably 2 or 3 weeks on a $110 million budget.
I kept seeing stuff about this. It did so bad. I don't even know who this is either.
I'm still not sure who Robbie Williams is, and it didn't really help by making him a monkey.
No, what the hell were they doing? Oh my bad. Who is Robbie Williams? Is he like Robin Williams' like less famous stepbrother?
He's a pop star in the UK that nobody's heard of.
No, he's not.
Yes. Brad Pitt's going to star in Heart of the Beast with David Ayer set to direct. This is a survival thriller following a former Special Forces soldier and his retired dog who battle for survival after a plane crash deep in the Alaskan wilderness. This sounds like an awesome movie.
That sounds really
Brad
cool.
Pitt teaming up with the dog again. Remember how good his dog was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah.
This will be good.
That sounds awesome. It sounds a little bit like, what's that movie that came out a couple years ago
Revenant.
on Netflix? Society of the Snow. You ever see that?
No. How was that?
Like that. It's good.
Okay. George Nolfi, who directed Ocean's 12, The Bourne Ultimatum, is the new writer for the Star Wars movie focused on Rey. This is going to be set 15 years after the rise of Skywalker. He'll probably get... There's been like 3 different directors/writers for a new Star Wars movie based around Rey. It's been scrapped like 2.5 times. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets scrapped too. Yeah. And then you want to read the last one.
Yeah. Blade Runner is reportedly coming to Fortnite, which I know everybody was waiting on.
Let's go!
Yeah, that was huge news. Broke last week.
I'm super excited.
That's awesome. Yeah, we get to see Ryan Gosling running around, Salty Springs. That's awesome. Always want to see that.
And then just a couple trailers that stood out to me that came out. The Alto Knights with Robert De Niro playing competing Italian-American mob bosses. So he's playing 2 people.
Oh, no way.
He's playing both competing mob bosses. That'll be fun. That's going to come out March 21st. Kind of Pregnant with Amy Schumer, and it stars a woman pretending to be pregnant.
All right.
I think I have a proposition for you.
Yeah.
I think if we'll have to find something for me to do, but for you, if you don't get the episode up by, I don't know, what do we usually get? So now let's
by the weekend,
let's say Sunday night.
Yeah, by Sunday.
You either have to go watch this, or you can watch Better Man.
I will definitely.
Which one would you rather do?
Kind of Pregnant. Absolutely.
You would rather watch that? Okay, so you have to go watch that if you don't get. Will you agree to that? And
I'll agree to that.
We'll figure out something for me to do if I don't get something done.
All
right, will you do that?
That one's good. Yes.
You have to go watch.
If I don't. Going forward, if I don't get episodes up on time, I'll be in theaters watching Kind of Pregnant with Amy Schumer. If anyone wants to join, I'm sure it'll be an open theater.
Yes. And then the last one we have is Opus. It's an A24 horror thriller following a writer invited to the remote compound of a pop star who disappeared 30 years ago and has started a cult. Ayo Edebiri from The Bear is going to be in it, and John Malkovich is going to be in it. Those 2.
Hopefully Malkovich is playing the cult leader.
I think so.
Has to, right?
I would assume so, right?
He only plays weirdos.
Yeah.
Like that's it. That's it.
I mean,
Being John Malkovich?
I've never seen. Have you seen Being John Malkovich?
I've seen Being John Malkovich. I think there's one actor in the world who would have agreed to that role. Like those writers wrote that with
it's called Being John Malkovich.
Like the plot of the movie would work if you inserted any actor into like being whoever, but only John Malkovich would have done it. Like they had to write it with him in mind. I'm sure because it's so weird.
Funny. All right, we're gonna take a break here. After the break, though, we're gonna have our little talk about Oscars on the Oscar nominations that were announced on January 23rd. And then after that, we have our bracket as always. That's up on Instagram too. Before we go to break, though, we want to shout out our Instagram, 2Man Show WXVU. Again, has all the announcements for our upcoming shows. Our brackets are usually posted there. We'll usually announce our winners up there too. We had a nice picture of Nick today getting ready for the broadcast. Nick,
some new WXVU.
New WXVU hat. Nick's got a nice hat on.
Yep.
But follow us on that. Our YouTube, same thing. 2Man Show WXVU. Where we post all of our past episodes. So if you miss them live, you can always find them on there. So we'll take a quick break here on VA91 The Roar. You're listening to the 2Man Show. Back in just a couple seconds. Welcome back to the 2Man Show here on VA91 The Roar. I'm your host, Dominic Richetti, alongside Nick Caruso. We had a great first segment talking about everything we've been watching, what's going on in the movie world as well. Now we get into our second segment talking about the Oscars. The Oscars were announced, or Oscar nominations, were announced on January 23rd. I'm not sure when the Oscars are. They're usually in March, right?
Yeah, first week of March.
First week of March, usually. I don't have that exact date. Nick's finding it right now. But we're really just going to do... I have Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor and Actress, and then Best Cinematography, all out here, and then a little bit other stuff like Most Nominated. So we'll talk about Best Picture. We haven't seen all these movies, but we've seen a good amount of them, combined brain here. So the nominees for Best Picture, firstly, Anora, Wicked, Conclave, Emilia Perez, Dune Part 2, The Brutalist, The Substance, A Complete Unknown, I'm Still Here, and Nickel Boys. Nick, out of the ones you've seen this year, where's your head at for winning Best Picture, and then where do you think, or what do you think the Academy will choose to win Best Picture, based off what you've seen and what you know?
Yes, I've seen Anora, I've seen Dune Part 2, The Brutalist, and A Complete Unknown.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope that Dune Part 2 wins. I don't know if it will. I'm not like pessimistic. I don't think it necessarily has no shot, but I also don't feel great about it. I feel like movies that come out in like the first 6 months of the year always tend to do worse than the movies that come out in the last 6 months, especially ones that are in like March,
Yeah.
I just looked it up. The Oscars is going to be on March 2nd this year. So that's going to be basically a full year after Dune Part 2 was released.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that does great. I think The Brutalist will do really well. I think people like new directors in the Academy. I think people like long movies, when someone comes out with like their first big movie and it's like a 3.5 hour, like really comprehensive movie like that. I think that's like a big risk people like. I also think the acting performances in that are amazing. And the story feels like a good one for the Academy to kind of buy into for the Oscars.
How about Anora? Because Anora got a lot of buzz about winning Best Picture.
No, I don't. I think that Anora was getting a lot of buzz for Best Picture because it was like the first one that came out in this fall cycle of movies that was exciting.
Yeah.
But then I think The Brutalist, I think it came out and did much better.
Okay.
I think it was better. I think that it's a better movie for like the Academy Awards too. So I think that, and it also came out like a month later. So I think that kind of like took a lot of the hype away from Anora.
Sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if Anora picks up like.
Mikey Madison could win Best Actress.
Could totally win Best Actress.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of
I honestly don't know what else it would win.
Yeah. Maybe original.
Yeah. Could win that.
But The Brutalist could win that.
Yeah, The Brutalist is original too.
Yeah. A lot of these are original, actually.
How about you? What's
So I've seen a lot of these. I've seen Wicked. I've seen Conclave. I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've seen 6 of the nominees. I'm kind of the same boat as you. I would love Dune Part 2 to win. I thought that was my favorite movie and the best movie I saw this year. Realistically, though, I think it'll probably be The Brutalist or Emilia Perez. Emilia Perez has 13 Oscar nominations, but I mean, it's gotten a lot of hate. Like as of recent, people don't really like that. It's gotten so many nominations. They didn't like some of the messages in the movie. I haven't seen it, but I mean, it's got 13 nominations. It's really hard. I mean, you can't ignore it's Best Picture, right? So 13 nominations is definitely up there. And then I haven't seen Anora, but I've seen a lot of buzz for Anora, so I wouldn't be surprised if that might win it too. But I think my pick would be Dune Part 2, but I think most likely is going to be probably The Brutalist, which it's just such an epic story. It's hard to ignore. It's really good. Acting's great. Cinematography's great. I thought the set design was great. I thought Brody was great. I thought Guy Pearce was great. I thought the son was great. Joe Alwyn plays the son.
Yeah, he does really well.
He's really good. And I thought Felicity Jones is really good too. And she's nominated for Best Supporting, which we'll get in a second. But I would go Dune Part 2 as my pick, but I think The Brutalist will probably win.
Yeah.
Best Actor.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say about Best Picture?
I just hope that they don't just totally dismiss, like sci-fi, because that's always what happens.
Always what happens.
Like go back to like The Lord of the Rings did really well.
Denis Villeneuve, no nomination for Best Director either.
Yeah.
Which,
that's disappointing.
Yeah. Best Actor. I've seen all the Best Actors.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, which
I've seen.
I'm excited.
I've seen
about
3 of 5.
Okay, so let's go through them. Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, Ralph Fiennes for Conclave, Timothy Chalamet for Complete Unknown, and then Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice. So, other ones you've seen, who would you pick here?
Well, just like first thing that comes to mind, I have not seen Fiennes and Conclave or Domingo and Sing Sing, but Sebastian Stan feels pretty outnumbered here or outmatched. He feels like the one that doesn't belong in this list to me. He was great, and that's playing Donald Trump is like one of the hardest things you could probably do as an actor. Mm-hmm. So that's impressive, regardless of how well he did compared to the other guys. But I don't think that he's comparable really to Brody at all.
No,
I thought that Chalamet didn't do as good of a job. Like out of the ones I've seen on this list, I think it's Brody, and I think that he's also like leading in.
Yeah,
I think he's probably the favorite.
Yeah,
that's a big reason why The Brutalist is so high as like a movie for Best Picture. I think is because of Brody's performance. Chalamet is great. He's funny to watch that. Like watch him like play Bob Dylan, like such a like unique person. Like, really well. Kind of similar to Sebastian Stan, honestly. Both hard individuals to play in biopics, and they both did good jobs. But Chalamet is a little bit more infectious, I think, and did a good like. It's a crazy Bob Dylan. I mean, his voice that entire movie is just.
It feels.
Bob Dylan.
I mean, it feels like Bob Dylan, absolutely.
And it's wild because Timothy Chalamet is so recognizable and so well known himself, but you do kind of forget, or like you start to see him as Bob Dylan.
Absolutely,
for sure. So,
absolutely.
What can you offer on here? On Domingo?
Yeah, I thought these were all. I mean, these are all really good performances. I would agree. I thought Sebastian Stan was good in it, but I mean, the other 4 up here are really, really good. Mm-hmm. I think Brody's going to win for The Brutalist, but I would watch Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing. He was really good in Sing Sing. It's a very emotional role he's in. He's wrongly imprisoned. Mm-hmm. And I've talked about Sing Sing before, but just to recap, Sing Sing sort of it's a true, almost close. I'm not sure if it's a direct true story. I believe it is. It's about rehabilitation in prisons through the arts. So they put on a play. It's really good. But Coleman Domingo is sort of the leader of all of them, and he's wrongly imprisoned. But I thought he was really good in that. Ralph Fiennes was also really good in Conclave, but I don't think Brody and Domingo are sort of on another level than Fiennes, and then I would put Chalamet sort of right below Fiennes. Actually, kind of the list here: Brody, Domingo, Fiennes, Chalamet, Stan. I would put it in that order, kind of I thought best performances. But I think it'll be Brody as well. I mean, it's such a hard role Adrian Brody played. I mean, such a intense role.
Yeah.
Really good. I thought he did really good.
He's also, I feel like, asked to do the most. Maybe Chalamet.
Yeah.
No, I think that really the brutal, every scene is Brody.
It's all him. I mean, and he does a lot. He goes through a lot of emotions too. And it's he's playing. I mean, we see that character at both 30 and 80.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only in it for a couple minutes, but he's in a wheelchair right at the end. But yeah, I would go Brody and then maybe Domingo. All right, Best Actress. I can't offer much. I have seen Wicked and The Substance. So the nominees: Mikey Madsen for Honora, Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Demi Moore for The Substance, Carla Sofia Gascon for Emilia Perez, and then Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. So I've only seen Wicked and The Substance,
and I've only seen Honora here.
Yeah, and I think the two frontrunners are Mikey Madsen and Demi Moore for The Substance.
Totally, I think Moore won it in the Golden Globes, I believe.
I think so.
I remember her speech. Yeah, I watched a little bit of that. And Mikey Madsen was incredible in Honora. Yeah, like really, really good. By far the best part of the movie for me. Because I didn't love this as much as I was supposed to. Mm-hmm. I did enjoy Honora, but I was going in with like really high expectations. So every time I think back on it, I still think of it as a little bit disappointing, but it's not. It's good. And like most of the reason why it's really good is totally Mikey Madsen's performance. It's incredible. But I heard more is just it's like that movie is
a lot, and she does a lot.
Tasked to like play the lead in that. That movie, especially she's like 60, right? Isn't she like 60?
She's old.
She's like
she was married to Bruce Willis. Mm-hmm. So they're around the same age, I would assume. But I would go. I mean, I haven't seen Honora. I'd have to watch Honora and then get back to everybody. But I mean, for me, Demi Moore definitely deserves this. I mean, she was nuts in it.
Yeah, I gotta watch. I really want to watch the movie just to see her performance.
It's crazy. I mean, Margaret Qualley's in it too. Margaret Qualley probably could have got a nomination for supporting actress. Does she have a nomination for supporting actress? No, she doesn't. But I mean, yeah, Demi Moore kind of, a lot about that movie is wild, and then I think Demi Moore just fits right in with the wildness. Yeah. Sort of her role as like an aging pop star, and then the substance that she gets is just. Whew.
Does Erivo have a shot here? Does Wicked really have a shot?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Wicked's really. I mean, Wicked. I think Wicked's like second or third nominations. 10 nominations for Wicked, which puts it second or tied for second with The Brutalist.
Okay, it'll get some like original sound and score.
Definitely. But in terms of acting, yeah. Ariana Grande is nominated too. So let's get back. So my pick would be Demi Moore. Would you say Madison for right now?
But I mean that's the one I've seen on this list.
Yeah, same. Well, I've seen Wicked, but I think there's a chance. All right, supporting actor. Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain.
I definitely want to watch it.
Yeah,
you haven't seen this either, right?
We should watch that. Maybe we want to try to watch that for next week.
Yeah, I definitely like to see this before Oscars. It's one of mine.
Okay, me and Nick are going to try to watch for next week. A Real Pain, which we haven't seen. Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown. Guy Pearce in The Brutalist. Yura Borisov for Honora, and then Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice.
So I've
seen three of these.
Four.
Oh, four of these. Yeah, there you go.
4 of these actually. I'm really surprised that Honora got a nom for Honora. Yura Borisov.
Any reason?
He's in a lot of the movie, and he's really good in the movie too. It just doesn't feel like his performance warrants a nom here. But I mean, I guess he might be one of the 5 best supporting actors in this past year. That's not like it's not like somebody else was left off here that I am thinking of that is like crazy that I'm surprised is not here because of this guy. But I totally feel like the rest of these. I obviously haven't seen Kieran Culkin, but Kieran Culkin is great. So I'm sure he's great in that. But Edward Norton's great in Complete Unknown. Guy Pearce is my pick here for sure. He was fantastic in The Brutalist, and it was great to see him too. He's in like nothing, which is so weird. I watched Memento over the break.
Yeah.
He's like 24 years old. Guy Pearce, the actor, is like 24 years old in Memento. He's the leading role in Christopher Nolan's breakout movie, and doesn't get acting jobs.
I'm pretty sure he's the bad guy in the Adam Sandler movie where they dream. What's that one called?
Click?
No. Nightmares? Or...
He totally plays a bad guy.
I forget. I don't remember.
Like, he doesn't have like another leading role in anything.
Bedtime Stories. Bedtime Stories.
It's so weird. So it was really cool to see him.
And it was
great. He was fantastic. He played a really, really good role. Like, I don't think that's an easy job to, like, character to play from Guy Pearce.
No.
He's like
not at
totally
all.
like a villain in the movie, but he's like a cunning villain, and he doesn't appear to be evil for most of the movie, really, honestly. I mean, like, you can read between the lines maybe and see, but like at least in how he interacts with the other characters, he honestly is like goofy a lot.
He's a rich person.
But me and my friends kept saying this one line after we watched the movie. I found this conversation to be very intellectually stimulating.
Oh yeah, he's such a nerd. Yeah, he's
like,
a loser.
Such a goofball.
It's because he's
like there's so many
so much to
things
talk
like
about.
That. Yeah, he gives a great performance. I totally my pick. I love Jeremy Strong too. Shout out Succession.
Yeah,
I
want that EGOT for my boy.
That's awesome
because he's got an Emmy and he's got a Tony.
That's awesome.
And
Kendall and Roman, best supporting actors.
Yeah,
let's go. And he's obviously fantastic in The Apprentice. I don't think he'll win just because it's a little bit out there.
But so I haven't seen Honora or A Real Pain, but I thought Jeremy Strong was great in The Apprentice. I thought if Guy Pearce's performance doesn't exist in The Brutalist, I thought Strong could have maybe won Best Supporting. But I think it's definitely gonna be Guy Pearce. I mean,
and Norton's
incredible.
Great too. This is actually a really, really good class.
Absolutely,
Best Supporting Actor.
And we haven't even seen Kieran Culkin, who probably puts on a great performance.
Yeah.
My professor was talking about he had seen A Real Pain and was talking about that Kieran Culkin plays basically Roman again.
Yeah,
in A Real Pain,
kind of like a weirdo. Yeah. I mean, Kieran Culkin's always done that.
Yeah.
Go back to Home Alone. He's playing the kid who pisses the bed.
Oh, what's his name?
Oh, Fuller.
Yeah. All right. Supporting actress, because we gotta go.
Yeah.
Supporting actors: Zoe Saldana for Emilia Perez, Ariana Grande for Wicked, Isabella Rossellini for Conclave, Monica Barbaro for A Complete Unknown, and then Felicity Jones for The Brutalist.
I've seen the last 2.
I've seen 4 of these. No, Emilia Perez.
Oh yeah.
I would go. I didn't honestly. I would probably go Felicity Jones in The Brutalist. I mean, honestly, I did think the woman in Conclave, she plays a nun, Isabel Rossellini, was that great. I didn't think Monica Barbaro was that great in Complete Unknown. Ariana Grande, low-key, Ariana Grande could win for Wicked. Yeah. I thought she played Glinda really well.
Yeah, I was honestly, I wasn't surprised that like she was Best Supporting here. I was just, I obviously haven't seen Wicked, but my impressions of it was that her and Glenda and what's the other one? Alphaba. Like, played kind of similar roles. But is there like a big difference in screen time between the two of them?
Alphaba is definitely leading, I would say, but it's.
I guess you can't have 2 leads.
If Ariana Grande was nominated for Best Lead too, I wouldn't have. You'd be like, no way. But yeah, I would definitely say you can definitely tell that Elphaba's the main character in the movie for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean I've seen the play actually. I'm thinking back on it.
Yeah, I mean it all really everything in the movie happens around her.
Yeah. My pick would probably be Felicity Jones too.
I would say Felicity Jones, but sneaky Ariana Grande. We got to see that. Let's keep this boat moving.
Yeah.
Best cinematography nominees: Maria, The Brutalist, Nosferatu, Emilia Perez, and Dune 2. I threw this last one in just because Dune 2 has to win this. It could be The Brutalist. I wouldn't be upset if it's The Brutalist, but I mean. It's got to be Dune 2.
Especially if The Brutalist ends up winning Best Picture, I'd really like to see cinematography go to Dune 2.
I feel like it's got to be Dune 2. All right, most nominated films at this year's Oscars. Again, like I mentioned, Emilia Perez, 13 nominations. It's tied for second all time.
Wow.
With Oppenheimer, Mary Poppins, Forrest Gump, Gone with the Wind, The Shape of Water, and then Fellowship of the Ring. So
yep.
And then just now preface,
Emilia Perez.
Emilia Perez is a 2.6 on Letterboxd.
I just checked it. It's 2.3.
Yeah.
That's really, really bad.
People do not like this movie, and it's got 13 nominations.
No, 2.3 is low. Honestly, anything below 3 isn't great Letterboxd.
I wouldn't watch it. Yeah. The Brutalist has 10, Wicked has 10, A Complete Unknown has 8, Conclave has 8, Anora has 6, Dune Part 2 has 5. The Substance has 5, The Nosferatu has 4. You want to read that next one for you?
Yeah, shout out. Some good news. After Dune Part 2 gets snubbed for Munch, Wallace and Gromit are now 6-time Oscar nominees.
Shout out.
They're nominated for Best Animated Film.
Shout out to Wallace and Gromit. We love them.
Shout out. Big 2.
I mentioned Emilia Perez, 13 nominations. Wicked nominated for 10. Excuse me. For Best Sound, Best Editing, Best Picture, Actress, Best Visual Effects, Original Score, Makeup and Hair, Costume Design, Production Design, Supporting Actress. It'll probably win Sound. It'll probably win Original Score.
Yeah. Makeup and Hair.
Probably Production Design.
Makeup and Hair. What else could? Oh no, that could be
The Substance. It's gonna be The Substance. It has to be The Substance.
Totally.
Production Design will probably win. Maybe Costume Design too.
And maybe Best Supporting Actress.
And I wouldn't be surprised Grande
in there.
Yeah. Dune Part 2 only 5 noms. First film got 10.
That's crazy. Because I feel like everybody I talked to too appreciated the second one so much better. Yeah.
Odd. The Substance has become the 7th horror film to be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars. Other ones: The Exorcist, Jaws, Silence of the Lambs, Sixth Sense, Black Swan, and Get Out. So that's a great list to be on. Yeah, and I honestly would say The Substance. I would put it maybe above The Sixth Sense and nothing else.
Yeah,
but it's as good as it fits on this list. I wouldn't say it's like an outlier by any means.
These are some great movies, and I haven't seen it, but from what I've heard about it, it doesn't seem like it's like that far off.
No,
The Sixth
absolutely
Sense.
not.
Yeah, or even Black Swan. Honestly,
yeah, it's very modern, which is really good. I like about The Substance too. Like it's very like. It feels like a 2024 movie, which I liked a lot. Snubs: Denis Villeneuve, no nomination for Best Director, and then Challengers not nominated for anything.
Which is unbelievable.
Challengers is my third or fourth favorite movie of the year.
I remember when it came out, it got so much like everybody loved it. They saw it.
I mean, even the score of Challengers is so
that was really good too. Yeah,
it's so good, and the directing of it. I mean, it's so good. I was really shocked.
Yeah. And also, well, I mean, I guess it's a really good year for supporting actors, which we already talked about, but. Both of those actors would have been supporting roles, right? And I heard really good things about
Hartnett and Mike Face.
Like all of the acting, like obviously with
shocked
Zendaya, but I heard really good things about those two. I thought one of them would get a.
I thought not Josh Hartnett. What's his name? I forget his name. But I thought Mike Face, who's in West Side Story, is now in The Challenge, would get it. Maybe supporting because he was really good. But yeah, that's it. That's for our Oscar talk. It's 12:31. We'll take a quick break here on V9 Won the War real quick, and we'll come back. And we're going to run through this bracket for the sake of time. We'll run through the bracket. If you want to look at the bracket, it's on our story on Instagram at TwoMan Show WXVU if you want to follow along. The bracket today is Movie Idiots.
Fun one.
With some TV show idiots too. So we'll be back in just a couple seconds. Welcome back to the Two-Man Show here on VA9 Won the Roar. We have a great bracket for you. This is centered around some movie / there's a whole region of TV show idiots too, but some movie idiots. They're all pretty lovable, but they're definitely not the brightest bulbs here. And we'll start in the top left. The other three regions, there's no really rhyme or reason to them, but the bottom right region is all TV show characters. So we'll get to that lastly, but we'll start top left. First round, 1 versus 8. We have 32 teams quotes on this bracket. First one is Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Let's go.
Paul Blart versus Alan from The Hangover. Two dumb people, but I will say Paul Blart saves the day.
I was gonna say if we're going off of pure like idiot score, Alan definitely.
Alan bodies. More lovable. Paul Blart saves the day.
Probably most lovable idiot of all time.
I'm going. If we're going lovable idiots, I'm going Paul Blart.
Yeah, I'm going PB.
Nice.
Pretty
PB.
easily here.
going PB as well. Okay, right under that, we have 4 vs. 5. We have Lloyd Christmas and Harry Dune going against each other from Dumb and Dumber. Who's the more lovable idiot? I haven't seen Dumb and Dumber, so I threw this on for you.
Wait, really?
Never seen.
I didn't know that.
Who do you want here?
It's got to be Lloyd Christmas.
All right, I'll follow in suit. Based off name, it's got to be Lloyd Christmas. Last name's Christmas.
I honestly kind of forget which one is which. I think that Lloyd Christmas is actually not Jim Carrey. But that's fine.
All right, 3 vs. 6. Under that, we got a Sandler matchup. Bobby Boucher against Billy Madison.
Oh, that's great.
That's good. I don't love Bobby Boucher. He gets on my nerves a little bit.
Totally.
I think I'm gonna go Billy Madison.
I'm going Billy.
You're just like thinking and laughing about these guys.
I love this bracket.
The 2 vs. 7 down under. We got the matchup from Ackerman. We got Brick Tamland against Ron Burgundy.
Oh wow!
I could have thrown that Paul Rudd character too on it with Sex Panther.
I gotta go Brick.
I'm going Brick too. Brick has some of the best lines.
Oh, Brick, yeah.
Where he remember just shows you with the crossbow. Where'd you get that crossbow? I found it. Oh no, it's a gun. It's not a crossbow. It's the gun from the future.
Yeah.
He's got a gun. He's got like a ray
gun.
He's like, it's from the future. Oh, he's got some of the best lines.
Oh, he's the best.
All right, that's top left done. All right, now we have Ricky Bobby from Talladega Nights against Cal from Talladega Nights. This is 1 vs. 8, so
this is tough.
It's Ricky Bobby.
It's got to be Ricky.
Ricky Bobby again.
If you're not first, you're last.
Some of the best quotes in this bracket are Ricky Bobby.
For sure. That's one to rewatch. For sure. I haven't seen that in a while.
This 4 vs. 5 is fun in the bottom left here. We have John Blutarski, a.k.a. Bluto from Animal House, against Shaggy Rogers.
Just Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. He's got his full complement.
There's no way he has a last name.
It's Shaggy Rogers. Well, Fred does. Fred Jones, right?
I have no idea. Shaggy to me feels like Seal. Like he's just like one name. That's all he gets.
Wait, you went with Seal over like Beyonce or Rihanna? You're just going Seal. You big Seal fan. Name one Seal song. Do it.
Well, just Seal has like
Seal has
no name, has no last name. For
it's also Seal, which is like an animal.
It's so funny.
I'm going Bluto. Go Shaggy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Shaggy. I'm gonna go Shaggy.
Shaggy's great.
I love Scooby-Doo.
There's a reason that Shaggy is also out of it all the time. We all know that, right? It's the 60s.
Oh yeah, maybe some Jar Jar Binks.
3 vs. 6. We have Jar Jar Binks against Ace Ventura.
Jar Jar is absolutely.
I'm going Jar Jar.
That's a great lovable.
Jar Jar is the most, but he's infuriating too.
Oh yeah. Thank God is he only in one movie?
He's only in one.
He's in Phantom Menace,
he's
right?
Just in Phantom Menace.
I don't think he's in Attack.
Maybe he's like low-key joins the Senate at the end.
Yeah, Senator Binks. Congressman Binks, can we have your vote?
It's terrible.
None of the names on this bracket should ever be senators. That's all I know.
Jar Jar Binks. Oh my gosh! Wait, you know who else is a senator? Bluto.
Oh, Bluto. Yeah, wow.
Bluto ends up being a senator.
Yeah, he totally is.
Oh, that's so funny. How did these people become senators?
Perfect.
That's so funny. All right, Napoleon Dynamite against Kip Dynamite, his brother. I'm going Kip.
No way you're going Kip.
Yeah,
I gotta go Napoleon.
I love Kip. Kip is one of my favorite, dude. Kip is so funny. Like, Napoleon Dynamite's funny, but Kip is so funny. He chats online the entire time with a woman, and then
oh my god! I forgot
it's so about funny. That. He hates Napoleon Dynamite. He only eats steak. Like, it's so funny. You want some prime rib?
Prime rib. I forgot about that.
Give some of this prime rib.
Oh, Kip's a great choice.
All right. Good first half.
Yeah.
All right, let's go top right. We got Ed from Good Burger.
Taking on Happy Gilmore. I'm going Happy.
You are?
I haven't seen Good Burger either.
What?
Yeah.
Sneaky Good Burger. In Good Burger is the dude from Godfather. What's his name?
No way.
Laszlo Toth?
Oh.
No, that's from Brutalist. I forget his name.
Something Roth?
No, maybe Eli Roth.
Mo Green?
Green? No, I don't remember. But I can't think of his name, but Ed versus Happy Gilmore. I'm going Ed. Good burger.
Oh, we got Home Alone matchup.
Yeah.
Harry versus Marv, the Wet Bandits.
Yeah, Harry versus Marv in Home Alone.
Marv is totally the more lovable idiot, right?
Yeah. I'm going Marv.
Like
I'm easily going Marv from Home Alone.
Yeah.
Harry's just annoying.
Yeah. A little bit of a bully, if anything.
Yeah, and he's bad at his job.
Yeah.
And Marky, he's a schemer. Like, you remember he shows up early as the cop?
Yeah.
I love your house. Like, enough. Get out of here.
Marv didn't have to rob houses, he wouldn't be.
No.
Harry does it for the sport.
And also, Marv is the one that turns on the faucets and is the wet bandit.
He's the wet bandit.
He is the wet bandit.
He's the goofball. He's the funny one.
Okay.
For sure. Okay, yeah. That's
3 versus 6, we have Brennan and Dale from Step Brothers.
Oh, my gosh. Wait, which one of these is more...
Dale is John C. Reilly. Brennan is Will Ferrell.
I feel like Dale is the more lovable one, but Brennan's
so
much funnier.
Yeah, I'm going Brennan.
It's got to go Brennan.
I'm writing in pen today. It feels good.
Yeah.
2 versus 7. Forrest Gump against Biff Tannen from Back to the Future.
I know. Wow.
I don't like Biff, though, so I'm going Gump.
I want to go Biff.
Biff's a good one.
Biff's a great one. Biff's such an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Biff.
Remember the end, too, where he's washing the car and he's like...
Has no hair.
He does like that...
little goofy dance.
He's like, I'm almost... He's like... His dad... Marty's dad's like, now, Biff, make sure we get 2 coats of wax. He's like, I was just starting the second. Okay. Now we have bottom right is TV show.
Yep.
We kind of ran out of some little idiots. But we went TV show. And there's a lot.
We
of TV
also
shows.
always talk about TV shows. Like,
Yeah, we're a movie podcast, but we can't ignore.
No, it's just
TV.
It's another great form of media.
It is. We're a media appreciative podcast. Okay, we got Joey from Friends.
Yep.
Against Cosmo Kramer.
Wow.
Kramer from Seinfeld. This is a matchup.
This is for the ages.
I know my pick.
You're going Kramer.
I'm going
right?
Kramer.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Kramer too.
Joey is very lovable though.
Oh, he's probably more lovable.
Joey's more lovable. I love Kramer though.
Well, Kramer's a better idiot.
He's so funny.
He's the better idiot.
Mulligatawny. Okay, 4 versus 5.
This is all time.
Griffin, Simpson.
Yep.
Your pick.
I mean, it's been written for ages.
I know who
this
it is.
matchup. It's got to be.
Peter Griffin.
It's got to be the Family
down
Guy.
Homer Simpson,
Yep.
the Family Guy.
Pete Griff.
3 versus 6. Charlie Kelly from Sunny.
Ooh, yep. Good one versus Patrick Star.
Patrick Star from SpongeBob.
Wow, what a matchup. What a matchup. These are probably 2 of the lovable or the most lovable idiots.
Absolutely.
On the bracket for sure.
I'm going Star.
You're gonna go Star over Charlie?
Over Kelly.
Yeah. I'll go Charlie though.
Okay. I love Star. And then 2 versus 7, round it out. We got Kevin Malone from The Office against Kelso from That 70s Show.
I gotta go Kevin, but I love Kelso.
I'm going Kelso. I love Kelso.
That's a great pick. I love it.
Kelso also is very funny too in that show.
It's hilarious.
He's
Ashton Kutcher's awesome.
And even Topher Grace is very funny doing that.
He is.
All right, let's snake this. So we'll start top or bottom right with TV.
We have opposites here. I have Charlie from Always Sunny versus Kevin from The Office.
Who are you going with?
I'm going with Kevin.
I got Patrick Star against Michael Kelso from 70s Show. I'm going Patrick Star over Kelso. I've never seen Dude Where's My Car, but he probably would fit there.
Totally.
Yeah. I had Kramer against Peter Griffin. I'm going Kramer.
I'm gonna go Peter Griffin.
Okay. Top right. I have Forrest Gump against Brennan from Step Brothers. I'm going Gump. Gump's the best, dude. So dumb, but so successful.
I got Brennan versus Biff, and I'm gonna take Brennan.
Like it. Okay, top right. I have Ed from Good Burger against Marv from Home Alone. I'm going Marv from Home Alone.
Yeah, I have Marv versus Happy. I'm taking Marv as well.
I like it. All right, Kate. Bottom left. I have Jar Jar Binks against Kip.
I have Jar Jar Napoleon.
I'm going Kip.
Oh, that's so good.
I love Kip.
I gotta go with Jar Jar, honestly.
It's a good pick. I have Ricky Bobby against Bluto. I'm going Bluto.
I got Ricky Bobby versus Shaggy, and I'm going Shaggy.
I like it.
Yeah. Wow.
Top left, I have Billy Madison against Brick Tamland. I'm going Brick.
Well. I'm going Brick.
Like it.
For sure.
And then Paul Blart against Lloyd Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm going Paul Blart.
I'm going Blart.
Cool. All right, snake back.
So I got Blart versus Brick.
I got that too.
And I'm gonna go with Brick.
I'm going Blart.
Then I have Shaggy versus Jar Jar.
Good one.
Wow, good one. Gotta go Shaggy.
I like it. I have Bluto against Kip Dynamite. You know what? Kip's in the Final Four.
Wow. 7 seed. What a run.
I like him.
I got Marv versus Brennan. Do you have that as well?
I have Marv versus Forrest Gump.
Okay.
I'm going Gump.
I'm going to go Marv.
Then I have Kramer against Patrick Starr. I'm going Kramer.
And I have Peter Griffin versus Kevin Malone. I'm going to go Kevin.
Nice. I like Kevin.
I like my Final Four.
I do too. My Final Four is Paul Blart, Kip, Dynamite, Forrest Gump, and Kramer.
Oh, wow. Completely different Final Fours. Maybe for the first time. Brick, Shaggy, Marv, and Kevin.
I like it. Okay. I'll start from the left here. My Final Four. I have Paul Blart against Kip. I'm going Kip Dynamite. I love Kip.
Yeah, I got Brick versus Shaggy. I'm going to take Shaggy.
I like it. I have Forrest Gump against Kramer on my right. I'm going Gump. So my final game is Kip Dynamite versus Forrest Gump.
I got Marv versus Kevin Malone. I'm going to go Marv.
I like it.
And I think my champion of the goofball bracket
I like that
is going to be Marv
from Home Alone. That's a good winner. I like that.
The Wet Bandit.
The Wet Bandit wins it. I think my winner is going to be Kip Dynamite.
Yeah,
He's the best. He has the best stories. He's hilarious. He sets up Napoleon with the time machine that just shocks Napoleon and knocks him out. I mean, he's so funny. Shout out to Kip Dynamite. Shout out to Marv. Shout out to Marv from Home Alone.
Turning the faucets on, getting them caught.
These lovable goofballs.
Making a name for themselves.
These lovable goofballs. There's something about them. Thank you guys. Great episode. I know Nick has to run. Nick, you can go if you want. Before we end this episode, just want to thank everybody for listening, for waiting on this season 3 premiere. Another great episode for us. We'll be back next week, but make sure to follow us on all our social medias: Instagram at 2Man Show WXVU, YouTube 2Man Show as well WXVU. Our episode will be up. If you missed it this week, it'll be up hopefully by Sunday night, so you can go back and listen to that. All of our past episodes are on that as well. I'm Dominic Richetti. That's Nick Caruso, and Nick, if you just want to send us home.
If we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Thank you, everybody.